Alright, so here we go. I'm in the garage today, working on a project I've been going over in my head for a while now. So as you know, from my previous videos I posted, I collect maple sap and make maple syrup out of it using my four-wheeler. And right now I got a couple plastic milk crates strapped on there to haul my 5-gallon buckets in that I use to dump my sap into. And they're pretty beat up. And I was trying to figure out a way to make something to put these buckets in, because I really need something that'll hold like 3 or 4 5-gallon buckets. I did somewhere, some point, because I collect stuff. A lot of people, excuse me, call it junk, but I collect stuff. So I got some of this aluminum pipe, and I decided to build a rack out of it. Now there's an inherent problem with welding this stuff together. So you see, when you butt that up to there, there's very little metal to metal contact. Which, let me see if I can get another angle in here. See that big gap in there? That's not strong. And it's hard to weld. So I was trying to figure out a way that I could do this. And this is what I come up with. So it's not like rocket science, but I thought someone out there might appreciate what I figured out. If you take the ends of this pipe and smash it, and I would imagine this would work for just about any kind of pipe that's round that you need to mate up to each other. But if you smash it down, let me see if I can get out of the light, you can see that it makes a nice surface to weld up. Alright, I put a piece in the vise so it'd be a little more, or be a little more simpler, or a little more simple to show you guys. Now you see that? You see how much surface contact we got there? That's going to be very strong and a lot easier to weld. And all I did, I just put these in the vise just like this, made them flush with the bottom of the jaws. That's why this line is on here. It's just so I can keep it square. Somewhat, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then I crank this down till there's a 1/2 inch between the jaws, and that gives me a nice, pretty even crimp on the end, so I can fit it up nice like that. So anyway, I'll show you the process here as we go along. Alright, this is as far as we got. Starting to go ahead, G-Bird. There we are, and this is, we got the box part of the structure done. And then we got a couple welds here left to do. But I got to put 2 bars right down the middle of this. And that's going to be the bottom for the buckets to rest on. I got this piece in the vise right now. I got to crank this down. Just squeeze her down. Alright, you can see here how I'm putting them 2 bars on the bottom for the buckets to set down on. It'll be something like that. That's how it's going to work. So we got to finish doing a couple welds in these corners, get them bottom pieces welded in, then I'll get it mounted on the 4-wheeler, and I'll show you what it's all about. There, I got you.
You got me.
Alright, as you can see, we got it all finished up. This is how it's going to set on the 4-wheeler. And all I'm going to do here is, let me see if I can set this up. I'm just using tie wraps. These are 50-pound rated tie wraps, which is more than enough to hold till I go the whole way around it here. It ain't gonna go anywhere. Get these started here. It helps if you have a good pair of lineman's pliers. If you don't know what they are, just go into any electrical supply store in your area and tell them you want a good pair of lineman's pliers, and they'll fix you up. Don't buy the cheap ones at like Lowe's or Home Depot or something like that, unless they're made by Klein. Do not waste your money because they're junk. There is one other company out there, Southwire. I think it was Home Depot. The other day I was in there. Southwires, I think they're carrying Southwires linemen's now. They're okay, but Klein pretty much makes the best. So you might as well, if you're going to spend the money, get the Klein ones. Now I'm using tie wraps because I want to be able to take this thing off if need be without investing a whole lot of money and time into putting an anchor to hold this rack on. And like I said, these are 50-pound rated tie wraps, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, till I'm all done here, I'll have at least a dozen on, and that'll be more than enough. Ouch! Ouch! Oh, that hurt. These are the buckets I use. I'm gonna set them in there like that, and as you can see, I have enough to put like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 3, at least 3, and then I'll put bungee cord to secure them into place a little better. But overall, turned out pretty good. Because I collect stuff, I had all the pipe. All we really had in expenses is a few tie wraps. You can buy 100 tie wraps for like $5, and a little bit of filler wire to do the TIG welding, which my boy did. So turned out pretty good. So there you have a cheap and easy 4-wheeler rack. Now, I might later come in and put plywood on the sides or whatever. I haven't decided what I want to do with it, but it'll suit the purpose for now. Alright, may God bless you and your family. Keep us in your prayers, and we'll see you on the next episode.